If you're one of those people who just likes to look at the front of the Christmas card, not read the letter on the back and read the updates of what people are up to, you should probably quit now. If, however, you are somebody like me who really enjoys hearing the stories and knowing what people have done in the years since last we connected, I'm going to use the next few minutes to just give you a quick update on me, Ken, Toby, and Belle, Roma, and Joshua. So here we go. Starting out with our oldest son, who continues to remind us he is the chosen son. Big news in Toby's life is that on Belle's birthday, he proposed to her here at our house around a group of 20 or 30 friends, and she said yes, as you can tell by the ring on her finger in the largest picture there. Toby and Belle in the next year are probably going to relocate to the Dallas area and are going to be in the midst of planning a wedding. When we know more, you will know more, but we are just thrilled to have Belle join our family. And you've seen her in our family pictures the last few holidays. She is delightful, and we are delighted. Roma continues to be a joyful, generous, sweet trickster. She loves to figure out ways to play jokes on her dads and on her brothers, and is in the second grade and loving gymnastics and theater. As you can see here, she saw her first performance on Broadway. She also got to see the Nutcracker at Lincoln Center this year, and performed in a performance of The Jungle Book at her school. And just is a delight and keeps all of us smiling with the joy that she brings into our lives. Speaking of joy in our lives, Joshua keeps us on our toes. He is an active and engaged 4-year-old. He has his eye on kindergarten in the next year. And when he is left to his own devices, he likes to figure out ways to trap leprechauns in our house. And that's that and watching Ghostbusters are the two biggest things in his life right now. You'll notice in the photo on the bottom left corner of the screen that he has a cast on his leg. He went home with me to Kansas in September for a family/class reunion, and broke his foot. And we had to fly back with it in a splint and then get it set here. And we learned what it's like to have a 4-year-old with a cast and then with a walking cast. And now he is fully recovered from that, and definitely keeps his two dads on his toes, on our toes. Ken continues to amaze me with what he does in and for the world. This year, we marked his 10th anniversary of his ordination with a wonderful celebration at Unity of San Francisco. And you can see he continues to be outgoing and effervescent and joyful. He finished his term as chairman of the board of Unity Worldwide Headquarters and continues to serve on their board. And in the next year, looks forward to writing his book that he has been wanting to work on for quite some time. As for me, you got me in the flesh here with you, so no photos of me except as I appear in other shots. I am continuing to figure out what it's like to balance being a full-time, self-employed communication coach, speaker, consultant, and workshop leader, while spending about 1 day a week teaching for USC's Annenberg School of Communication, and also spending my time that I do have outside of family and work trying to make a difference in the mental health and recovery communities. I volunteer 4 to 6 hours a week on the crisis text line, and also just accepted a board seat on the Bucklew Programs, which is a Marin County board that does a great deal of work with people in recovery and struggling with mental health issues. For the next year, as far as I see right now, the biggest goal I have is to acquire a seat, be awarded a seat on either a publicly traded company or a privately held company, to expand my revenue and expand my portfolio. But who knows? I am always open to what the spirit brings into my life and brings to me next. 2022 was a tough year for us with loss. On the left side of the screen, you'll see two of Ken's uncles, and my remaining aunt, Garnet, left us. We also lost a number of dear friends and congregants who were part of our spiritual journey and part of our walk, who you see pictured in the middle and on the right of the screen. And with those losses, we just are reminded how precious life is and how very much it means to us to have such a wide circle and a wonderful network that enables us to move forward in times of difficulty and of loss. And we also had a lot of joy, and we were thrilled that COVID lifted and we could begin to travel again. We took a 4-week vacation. Never have we traveled 4 weeks together. That began with a couple weeks in the New York apartment, some time in Atlanta with Ken's family, and ended up with a week in a tent in Colorado with my sister and her kids in a camper nearby. I also got to travel, as I said, with the kids back to Kansas. Ken has made a couple of trips to Atlanta and to New Orleans with Roma. And we ended the year with a surprise trip to New York that we never expected, so that Roma could go see the Nutcracker at Lincoln Center, and so that I could take Joshua to see a bowl game at Yankee Stadium, where a dear friend of mine, Tim Wright's daughter, Abby, was performing. In all, 2022 was a year of joy and of remembering the thrill it is to be building the lives we are, the family we are, and the friendships that we connect with all of you. So we wish each and every one of you a really joyful 2023, and we thank you for the role you play in our lives. Take care and Happy New Year.